last week and then especially today by various councillors, and then I've spoken to my officers as well. Okay, so the issue is that you have an employment relationship with Oakshore, yeah? So you're not council tenants, and legally that's what your status is. I understand that our housing team came down, not maybe didn't see all of you, but saw a number of you. Yeah, and they're going to come and see you, so they're aware of trying to make sure we can help you as much as we can in the situation. So the reason why, as some of you will know, why the issues become difficult to sustain is because there was a visit by, I think, some environmental health and some health and safety people, and they were extremely worried about your situation in terms of it being from a fire safety point of view, which has been reported to us. So once someone reports something like that to me, I can't ignore it, especially after Grenfell, right? When there's been so much concern about people being in unsafe housing situations. Now, you might feel that it's not, but once something's raised with me by a professional advisor, I can't ignore that. Okay? I can't just say, oh, never mind, those people are just happy to live at risk. I can't just ignore that. So what we've been doing today, one of my colleagues has been talking to Oakshore, the managing director there, and they've been having a conversation to see what can we do to try and make sure that we can make the situation safer for you tonight, not just in the future. So they've had the conversation. One of the thoughts we've suggested to Oakshore is we have what's called a waking watch. I think you'll know. Do you know what that is? A waking watch?
Nope.
Okay, so if you're in a so if you're in a building and you've got automatic fire alarm systems, if you're all asleep and there's a fire, that's really serious. But if the fire system doesn't work or it can't be properly administered, fire evacuation can't be properly managed, that's a really serious issue for you all.
The alarms do work.
Okay, so all I'm told is I don't know how they work and whether it's safe. Okay, well, that's what you're telling me, but I've been told
They've been tested.
And then get it fixed and put them back in there.
Let's hear.
So what we normally, in a situation for council tenants where we had a situation like that, of course the option could be to decamp people, but what we might otherwise do is say on the balance of risk, we could have a waking watch. That means someone stays up all night. It would be a security person who would be making sure that if there was any sense of fire, then the situation could be managed and we could make sure people are evacuated if there was a risk that the alarm might not work. Yeah? So that's what we suggested to Oakshore, because we have to deal with them. Yeah? Because we're not working with you as tenants.
Louder, please. Tuesdays.
Louder.
Oh right, so did you hear the thing about waking watch? So what a waking watch is, you have someone like a security person who's awake all night making sure that if a fire happens, you would be all woken, even if there was a problem with the alarms. Now I know some of you are saying there's not a problem with the alarms, but I've been told that there is a problem with the fire safety system. I can't ignore that. When someone tells me that, I have to take notice of it.
Geoff, is Tuesday eviction off then?
Well, so the issue about Tuesday, we are saying to Oakshore, if you do the right things by you to protect your safety, we are not going to then be pressing to say you all have to be out by Tuesday, okay?
And they've stopped communicating with us.
Yeah.
Right, well we've spoken to them today. If you have not had, I will go back in and check on the
I don't
communication.
believe a word they tell me anymore.
That's the problem.
Okay.
Okay, we'll do what we
square this
can
tomorrow.
to try and get that sorted.
So on
okay?
Tuesday, I'm
Tuesday?
not going to have to
We're
sit
not-
in
we're
my
not-
car
we're not-
and then come back to
Well,
work
I
for
can't.
you.
To be honest, it has to come through Oakshore, because our worry is that if Oakshore don't take the necessary steps to protect you, right, then you don't have a waking watch. That's deeply concerning.
Just to clarify, Oakshore's notice run out on Tuesday, or has that been?
What we would do is manage that situation so that you're not suddenly forced to find somewhere else to live. We will manage that but we have to manage it on the basis that you are safe. I cannot have you in one of our buildings, even though I don't have the formal responsibility for your fire safety. That's Oakshore. On my conscience, after things like Grenfell, I cannot have you stay in a building with me which would be unsafe. So we'd have to find another solution with you. Yeah. So I would hope that Oakshore will sort this situation out, and we've been really clear from what a practical and therefore what works need to be done. Now, one of the issues is the reason why I can't say that we don't know how long we can keep the building available to you is because if I'm told that works have got to be done, I need to understand what those works are. If those works mean that you cannot be in the building to make it safe, then we've got to work through how we're going to deal with that. Ultimately, it's not a permanent building, don't you?
Yeah.
There's no. We're going to have to demolish. We're going to have to demolish the building. It's going to be reused for something else.
Yeah.
But what we can do is try and manage the situation so you're not suddenly, oh my God, I've got to be out on Tuesday.
That's what
And
we wanted
we
to
will
hear.
manage that.
Yeah. I think.
Can we be clear that we don't have to go on that Tuesday?
Well, no, I can't be clear with you because it's Oakshaw's decision. Oakshaw have got to put what we suggested to them is that waiting watch. So there's someone on site who's making sure that you're going to be safe.
Can I just say,
This is the last communication we've had from
official, yeah.
actually
So like within Oakshaw, we aren't actually getting that communication from you, right? So what you're telling them and what they're telling us is you're giving them 100% and they're giving us 1%. So that's why we are here, because we have absolutely no idea where our next steps are coming from. All we know is we've had the homeless the homeless department come and talk to us. Even they are kind of like, how are we meant to house this so many people? Because putting 30 people in one day on that department is a massive strain.
Too much.
Right? So what I'm actually asking is how can we get direct communications from you of what you're telling Oakshaw, because we do not trust them at all. Yeah. We understand you have to do that, but we would like to know what you're telling them. We want to hear from you too. That's all I'm asking.
The emails.
Be copied into it.
Tenants,
Yeah.
be copied into it.
Yeah,
all.
we have head guardians for this reason, and they do a great job of filtering down. They talk to Oakshaw, but even they don't have that. And what they tell everything to us, and we're still not getting the right information.
So,
that's what I'm asking.
Okay, so if there's a nominated person that I can speak to and keep in contact with, then we'll exchange emails and telephone numbers. We can sort that out now.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
to do that.
I'm happy to do that. Yeah.
And if we need to have meetings, that's fine as well.
Perfection. Yeah.
Just to be clear that I am not, I just want to make it really clear, Oakshaw are the people that you have to deal with.
Yeah.
And I need to
totally.
make sure that we're not creating a problem for ourselves, but I'm very happy for us to have
We just need to know what's been said.
Yeah.
Council
We
asset.
don't
Council
care who we're
asset.
communicating with, but they don't communicate with us. We just
Council
need to know
own
what's
the
been
building.
Can I just be clear as well?
Got a lot of clout.
We've had a meeting, I haven't had the meeting, one of my colleagues had a meeting with them today.
Okay.
And the suggestion about the waking watch we made to them today.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so I don't want you to get...
So that's...
Yeah, I mean, that would have to be something you would have to formally arrange.
We can arrange that.
These are key workers.
We even have a side of people who do it.
They told to us we passed and it was alright. So it's for me now that you're saying they
It's the
say
same
to
with the
you
fire
we are
alarms.
in
We had
risk.
someone come round and
It's
inspect our fire
very
system and we
awkward because
passed.
they say to us we passed and we
The
made
issue was with
the
Oakshaw's
building.
management, not us.
Yeah, we made the building in conditions to the environmental come and check, and they said it was like alright, perfect to live.
Okay,
so
so
now
that-
that you say that, it's like whoa.
So that's something we can clarify.
Yeah.
Because I have to take professional advice.
No, totally.
You understand that? You know this area, don't you? You work in this area.
Yeah.
Once
Yeah,
I've been told something, I cannot ignore it.
Yeah.
It's a bit like if you go and talk to a structural engineer that says the bridge might fall down.
Yeah, no,
you might
totally.
think they're talking rubbish. It's fine, but if the bridge burns down, it's on us, and it would be on you as well. And I do not want that to happen, obviously.
We're not
But we'll try and
disbelieving
manage it.
you. We're just confused as to why we were told that everything was fine, and now we're being told but that you have been told that it's not.
It's this middleman of Oakshaw of like this lack of communication, and it's again the lack of communication.
Money we haven't got.
Yeah.
I mean, it should be delayed, I reckon, at least till September. Give you 3 months. 90 days.
What happens if we start?